are honored to have extraordinary panelists join us to start a discussion around how do we effectuate positive change through allyship.
And we've heard allyship and being an ally a lot in the last month or so, but really it's more than being a friend or understanding or compassionate, and having some empathy around the issues we're talking about here. It really means carrying water for someone and taking on their burden as your own. And as we talk about what that means in the workplace specifically, it's really, I think of it as trying to help people not only get in the door in terms of having a tax career, but also helping them flourish and thrive once they're within the organizations.
Any one of us could be an ally. We don't have to leave it up for the leaders within our organization to be the allies.
Allyship has meant leveraging their power for me when I'm not in the room, or for me when they're in spaces that I'm not able to be in.
Allyship is the will to be an ally to each other, and it doesn't just stop with the thought.
Allyship together is sharing common interest with who you're trying to help.
They talked a lot about mentorship and sponsorship, and they're different things. And I think allyship needs to be really ingrained in those two pieces. They mean different things, but equally important.
When you see the attrition numbers for women and for associates and just attorneys of color, and you go, well, we pay lockstep. We don't understand why we're having this retention problem. You aren't going about the business of purchasing loyalty through signaling that the organization's values are aligning with their values.
Your everyday actions also matter, and I think purchasing loyalty, it also involves what you do on a daily basis. Someone has the voice in a meeting or a phone call, saying someone else's name that did all the work, for example. It may be like a very simple thing to do, but I think that's part of purchasing loyalty. It shows that you care, shows that you're recognizing someone else.
We try to do a good job on the day-to-day with mentoring. When we get new attorneys on board, we have mentors assigned to each one of them so that they do have, from day one, the ability to really flourish.
The talent is in all these very various diverse groups. And I think in order to keep them from a business standpoint, we've done a lot in the way of changing our culture.
How can we utilize what we're going through now and all of this change to really reach out to folks that we haven't worked with?
You want to build allyship on behalf of your organization too, and not just with women and people of color. You also need cis white men to be able to speak the language of the values associated with your stance on diversity and be an ally for the organization.
It is hard. Being an ally means you are probably going to be uncomfortable, and that is regardless of your position. So, as from beginning to end of your career, you have many opportunities to be an ally, and probably 99% of them will not feel very comfortable because it involves asking people to think differently about how they're doing something.